What's up, everybody? We back with the second chapter of this year, and it was jam-packed with some nice information. Matter of fact, it wasn't even jam-packed. It was just 2 panels, 2 pages that we had, and the whole Twitter world was going ablaze. But we will dive into that. But first, we had to take a look on what was happening on Wano. At the time, we could see everybody is still partying from the festival, and just gave us another deeper look into how the people live on Wano. We have down to the kids that's starting to prepare for the actual lighting of the lanterns, and they writing little notes because the whole message of the lighting of the fire lanterns, the lanterns that fly off to the sky, is they are sending messages to heaven to reach their ancestors that passed away. So it was kind of a deeper things into that, because one lady put she just wanted to be able to feed the kids, and then the other kid that put on there, he just wanted to see his mom. So it just gave us a deeper feeling about how the people of Wano are. And then we got my favorite guy in the panel, which he was just like, hey, I'm gonna keep drinking until this night is over, because we all know what's gonna happen the next morning. We're gonna have to go back to this terrible Orochi, and that he's gonna be not letting us eat, and we're gonna go back to this terrible lifestyle of poverty. So tonight I'm gonna keep drinking until I can't drink no more. And that's my guy, because he just was living for the moment. And if you were in that time, what would you do? And I feel like I would be similar, not drinking, but I'll probably be similar as eating all I could and partying all I could until the next morning and come around. So they did give you a nice little feel for it, and that was my guy. I wish that Oda would have gave him a name, because that's my home. Luffy is showing that he is a Yonko, and the reason why I do this chapter, it was because he was handling somebody drunk. And guys, if you know anybody out there in the world that had to handle somebody drunk, or maybe you had to handle somebody that was drunk, you know that's a lot of work to do. And Luffy is putting in a lot of work, because he's not only handling a drunk person, he's handling Kaido drunken stage. And before everybody say Luffy's getting nerfed and everything, Oda even wrote it out for Luffy, said, hey Kaido, I hope you not being drunk is you gonna be saying that's the reason why you lost. But Kaido responded back like, no, this is not gonna be the reason why if I lose the fight or whatever. He said, I respect you, that's why I'm drinking. And then also it was showing that as Kaido was drinking or getting more drunk or doing his emotional states, he had a couple states. He had sad, anger, and through those states he was showing that he was getting stronger haki at those times. So it could be something on the lines as when he is more emotionally engaged, the stronger your haki becomes. Maybe we didn't know. Rayleigh did say haki does bloom through the most crucial times or whatever. So maybe that's because emotions come out, and that's will, the will of D and all. So it could all some way tie in haki. So. But that was something very interesting. We had at least like 10 panels of Luffy and Kaido going back to back with fighting attacks. We had Luffy that was dodging some of the Kaido attacks and coming back and kicking them. It was beautifully choreographed, and it was just nice to see that Luffy is showing that he does deserve to be a Yonko now. And then something else that was funny to me in this chapter was that when Kaido and Luffy headbutt each other, they are so powerful now that they don't even touch. It's kind of just like big barriers between each other, and they headbutt each other without even touching. So it was kind of cool to see it. But the reason why it's funny, because that kind of sobered up Kaido at the exact same time. And then Kaido had a little fit because somebody was trying to bring him out of his drunken state. Just like drunk people do, they have fits. And he didn't use a dragon breath attack in drunken rage, dragon breath attack, and it just showed you that Kaido is still getting stronger with haki. Another thing too, it hasn't been really talked about as much as it should be, that Luffy defenses is starting to grow up there. If you remember back and when Luffy first fought Kaido, when he got hit with one hit quitter and he was down, but now since his defense is getting stronger thanks to King Conqueror's haki with the coding, it's showing that Luffy is able to take hits from Kaido's attacks. and it even shows like the headbutt clashing, is that Luffy is at the same time putting up a defense to take on that hit. And then also when Luffy got hit with the club and it shook the whole Onishigima rooftop, and it was the pieces was falling apart down into Onishigima, it showed you that Luffy was able to handle that attack. Previously, he wasn't able to handle that attack, he would have been out. But now it's showing, since he has King Conqueror's Haki, he is showing that he is starting to be like a blimp like Big Mom. He's showing that he is going to be strong like Kaido, all the times that Kaido got hit. So I'm really eager to see what happens after this whole war, or who will Luffy fight next, and just to see like maybe he would run against Aruj, and then Aruj goes to punch Luffy, and then Luffy like, you gotta bring it, man. You gotta have King Conqueror's Haki. So that's what I'm looking forward to now. I'm ready for this fight to get resolved too, just so we could just start progressing and seeing Luffy starting to become the king of the pirates. And y'all might be wondering, Roman, what two panels can top that? Kaido and Luffy duking in and out, and Luffy is showing that he is a Yonko and he's going neck to neck with a Yonko. What can top that? Okay, one word. Gorosei. Okay, now since I got your attention, let me keep talking about this. The Gorosei in the next two panels are talking to the world government, and the world government and the Gorosei are shocked about this mysterious thing that's going on. And the government is saying that there's a big creature, shadowy creature island walking towards us. But it might not be what the Gorosei was talking about. That I'm gonna get a little bit into that after this, after I give you a breakdown. And the Gorosei responds back and saying that, hey, that devil fruit didn't exist for centuries. It's a legend to them. The Gorosei is saying that people that knows everything about the history. And they are saying that the name of that devil fruit was even erased from history, so nobody can do like research upon that. And the whole Twitter world, or wherever you watch or listen to or read about One Piece theories or anything over YouTube, was at a blaze, because what is going on? What devil fruit are they talking about? And I have two options, or maybe even three. I had three options that what they could be talking about. First theory that I believe it could be is Zou itself, just because it's so easy and right there grabbing towards it, since the war government that was at Wano was talking on the phone with the Gorosei, and then they said, hey, something's walking towards us, and it's a big mythical creature at that. It's a giant elephant that has an island on top of that. So I believe it could be talking about Zou. But what part of Zou? Are they talking about the elephant that is a island, or are they talking about something else that Zou might actually have inside of them? Maybe Zou was showing some capabilities of probably even like bending water or whatever, being a first water devil fruit user, or has been going since ancient times. So that could be really a factor. But what I really believe is, if it is some way of dealing with Zou, is that Zou is a powerful animal creature that can destroy like islands. It could be its own call buster. So I believe it could be that, and I believe that somebody probably from the ancient time ate that ancient devil fruit that was an island. And that is my first theory on what I believe what the Gorosei was talking about with the devil fruit. My second theory is in chapter 1007. We had the CP0 agents are talking about, thank goodness that Kaido's devil fruit experiment that we was working on failed. And I believe that something is still a mystery with that part. But that devil fruit didn't fail. Momonosuke ate that devil fruit. So I believe in some type of a way that maybe a pink dragon is some type of mythical creature that does more than what Kaido dragon does. Kaido dragon seems like he's able to, levitate by using clouds. He's able to act like a dragon by shooting dragon breath or wind attacks and everything. But I believe that Momonosuke has a different role for the whole Onishigima. His land is ruined. His whole island that he grew up on is in bad shape. There's no land. There's no food. There's nothing to eat. There's no resources there. And I believe that Momonosuke devil fruit will allow him to use that into able to grow their environments, or maybe even produce things that wasn't able to produce by you being a normal dragon like Kaido is. And I believe that some type of way they were trying to tie Kaido's dragon experiment with that ancient legendary devil fruit that has been annulled for histories. Like, it has been avoided for histories. So I believe Momonosuke devil fruit could be the option, and that is something that they was hinting on back in 1007, and it could be back up to now, because why would CP0 be talking about, thank goodness that experiment failed? So it has to pull some weight right there. So let's just wait on that, and y'all heard it first here at Road Talk. 3 option is, it has to probably be Luffy. Luffy devil fruit also was a CP0 mission to gain that devil fruit and take it back to them so they can do whatever they wanted to do to it. But Shanks intercepted that ship, and Shanks got the devil fruit. So there's still a lot of mystery about what actually is Luffy's devil fruit, and why is that something that the CP0 wanted that, and what is the mystery? We are starting to figure out that Luffy might be even closer to Joybor, or he could be Nika, the sun god. So it's a lot of things of mystery about how Luffy's devil fruit could be a result of that ancient past devil fruit. But the only thing that's against Luffy devil fruit, unlike Momonosuke's, Luffy knows the name for his devil fruit. His Gum no fruit, devil fruit. We still haven't really heard, I don't believe we heard, what is Momonosuke's devil fruit name. And back in 385, I believe they said when you eat the devil fruit that you are able to know the name for the devil fruit. So that's the only one that we haven't heard the name from Momonosuke's. So those are my 3 options. And guys, I hope you did enjoy this review of chapter 137 of One Piece. Here at Road Talk, me being Ro, talks about the One Piece you need to know. And I'm glad you stuck it out through all this time. And also here at Road Talk, we do talk about other things. We do talk about anime, but we also do talk about sports, and we also do dabble into being Twitch. So if you do enjoy that stuff, please come back. I'd love to see you guys again. Thanks for the support again. Please like and subscribe. Until the next time, guys, see you.